Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Big P here, the biggest gob in sport. Well, Sunday morning after a heavy one. I'm not a drinker, me. I get that Guinness and Black down now. No stopping me. One thing about drinking Guinness, it gives you iron, but cleans you out, doesn't it? Right. Campbell, hands of foam. Hatton. I don't want people to say, oh, Porky, you're bullying him. It's not even 22 yet. No, nobody's bullying anybody. People saying I'm being critical about the people that he's fought. Well, actually, lately, he's actually been fighting people with winning records. So it's, I don't know if I'm a fan. Yeah, I don't know. But he's people are always gonna want to be critical about him because of who his dad is. A bit like Conor Benn, Chris Eubank, and Shane Mosley Jr. and all that. If the dads have been world champions, they're going to be there to be picked apart, aren't they? Because they're going to get preferential treatment from promoters, managers, TV networks, matchmakers. So if I was involved with his career, say for example, I'm not going to be, but if I were, and somebody asked me my opinion, I'd give it. But I like to see progression with fighters. I don't want to see them padding the records out. I like to see people moving forward. Now, Campbell Hatton, here's a few statistics for you. I'm a statistic guy, mate. Everything in life is a numbers game. Not rocket science, is it? We're talking about boxing here. You know, we're not at NASA, are we, or Cape Canaveral firing rockets on the moon. You know what I mean? His opponents have had 62 wins, 82 losses, and 5 draws. So for an 18-year-old kid, it's not that bad a record. We have pulled it apart, and he has had a couple of gifts, hasn't he? But I believe that what Ozzie Smith said on Boxing Asylum this time last year was put him on small shows, let him build that way. But they're not going to do that because of his second name, are they? So the kid's in a no-win situation, isn't he, Campbell Hatton? It's not his fault how he's going to be matched. But he's ranked 21 on BoxRec. Now, a lot of matchmakers use BoxRec to match fighters. Sometimes you get caught out, sometimes you don't. So here's a little few tips for you. He's ranked 21, so he wants to move forward, doesn't he, with his career. So what's the point in him fighting people below him? Because that, to me, you're going backwards, aren't you? You're not moving forward, are you? Right, so Levi Giles, 13-0. He's ranked 19. So if you fought Levi Giles, that to me would be called progression because it's moving forward, isn't it? He's fighting somebody above him in the rankings. Dylan Chima, 7-0. Campbell Hatton's 8-0. They've both not stopped 2 people. He's 26-year-old, Chima. Why not him? Why not him? So he's ranked number 9. So that's moving forward, isn't it? That's like an undefeated guy like him, put him in. If they lose, they can always bring them back, can't they? But if he beats guys like that, it's moving forward. Mark Chamberlain, age 23. He's ranked number 7. He's 11-0 and he's stopped 7 people and he's ranked 7. Why not him? There's 3 guys there, all undefeated. They're all similar age. They've all had similar fights. These are the fights that I personally want to see guys like him in with. I don't want to see him in with guys with 20-odd losses. What is he learning from that? He's not learning anything, is he? Let's see him in a fight. Let him up at least with somebody on his level. I'm going to try very, very hard to not be critical here. I'm trying to put my matchmaking hat on. Well, instead it just says GG in it, Gallagher's gym. Gallagher's gym hat on. But I want to see him in a fight. I don't want to see him in with what we call bin men or waste men. Put him in with somebody of a similar record who was undefeated and a similar KO record. And let's see what he's all about. We don't want to be parachuting people in from Europe who've had loads of losses and the records are shocking and they're just there to be beat. He's not learning anything. He can learn more at gym sparring his old dad, can't he, his old man? So if that's me being harsh, well, what is the best way forward for him? None of these kids here, Chima, Giles, and Chamberlain, none of them have got a fight booked in. None of them. So why not get one of these on DAZN and let's see him fight somebody of his level, not people that are there to lose or move arounds. I don't want to see move arounds. Move arounds while the sport's in the doldrums. So we've got a kid here. They're all saying he's going to do this, he's going to do that. He's not got a belt yet. Let's see him fight one of these guys here. Let's see him in an eliminator for an area belt or an English or a Commonwealth. No, he's way off British level. But let's see him at least in an eliminator or in a fight with one of these lads here. I don't know. What do you think, the fans? Am I being harsh or am I talking sense here? If he were my son, I wouldn't be saying to him, we'll fight him here, we'll get a few more quid on this show. And he's an easy win. No, don't go that route. Let's see you test yourself and let's see the fans say, do you know what? Look at Campbell Hatton. We can't call him Campbell Hands of Foam Hatton no more because look, he's actually going in a fight and he's challenging himself. And if he gets beat, I can get behind him then. But at the moment, while they're not putting him in a test, they're just milking it and dragging it out. I can't get behind him. So I'll continue to say, look who it is. It's Campbell, Hands of Foam, Hatton, the fighter that don't want to test himself. He's going to have a big profile all the time, isn't he? And I want to get behind him, like I wanted to get behind Conor Benn, but I can't. I can't when they're fighting knockoffs, but yet they're telling us something else in interviews. To be fair to Campbell Hatton, he doesn't give it the big one, does he? He goes about his business quietly. I think a lot of decisions are took out of context. Are took out of his hands. People behind the scenes making decisions, but don't keep padding his record. Let's see him off at least. He's had 8 fights now. Do you know what I mean? Other people who've had that many fights, who are really good prospects, are looking to be going for at least a belt. He's nowhere near an area belt yet. So come on, let's see him. Let's see him in an area title fight or at least an eliminator. He's had 8 fights. You know, I don't want him to go to 13, 14 and 0 and then be picking up these trinket belts and then blagging a world ranking. And before you know where you are, he's going to be at ring with somebody who's going to knock him about and put hands on him. I don't want to see that. Let's see him in a fight with somebody of his ilk. And that goes for a lot of people out there. I look at some fighters now. I'm not going to say any names because people are so sensitive in boxing, aren't they? They're having padded records, and then once they step up to fight somebody at least on their level, they're getting flogged. Well, that's not good here. We don't want to. We're not going to bring fans back to boxing, are we? Because fans are walking away, aren't they? We're not going to bring them back if we're going to be padding kids' records out. So that's just my opinion on it. What do you think, the fans? Leave a comment, and I'll debate it with you in comment section. Let's see your comments. Let's see what the fans think we should do with Campbell Hatton. But at the moment, it's just Hands of Foam, isn't it? It's ways to make money and keep the Sens out there, but not really doing anything, are they? Really? And no, it's exciting me about him at the moment, fetching these guys over to lose. I can't get behind that. So a few people have emailed me saying he's been harsh on him, this and that. Not being harsh, I'm just a realist. I'm talking about what I see in front of my eyeballs. So, okie dokie. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. All right. That goes for you, Ricky Fatten. Don't you have nightmares as well?